Okay, so everybody knows we've had a travel trailer recently. So the issue I've got is right now we're using the sewer hose inside the bumper. The bumper is a metal bumper. The inside of it we've capped 3 times now, and it's already starting to get like surface rust. I don't want to get the bumper all rusted out. Eventually I'm going to have to clean it up, paint it on the inside, whatever I need to do to protect it. But I want to do some upgrades to the trailer before I go on vacation in, what, a little over a week from now. So one of the things I want to do is I want to put a, I don't know if you've seen them online, but they have this plastic tube. It's like a 4.5 inch wide inside diameter tube that you mount underneath your travel trailer. You put the Stinky Slinky inside of it. That way it doesn't rust out your bumper, and it gives you a nice place to store your hose. We'll go outside and take a look at what we're up against here shortly, but here's what I want to do. While I'm at it, I picked this hose here up. It's the Rhino Extreme sewer hose. You're supposed to be able to stand on it, step on it, and it's not supposed to bust it up.
Allegedly. Oh, that's a nice knife.
We don't talk about the knife. So, pick this up at everybody's favorite retailer, which will remain unnamed in this video. And I might as well cut that one too while I'm at it, because I think it opens from the top. It's one of those fancy boxes. Or not. Oh yeah, it's a fancy box. What? More tape.
How much knife action are we going to get?
We're going to get all kinds of knife action up in this. Okay. There we go.
Mr. Gangsta Pants.
Gangsta. I'm gangsta. Okay. Enough of that. There we go. So I got the new Stinky Slinky. Supposed to be able to stand on it and all that.
I thought it was the poop tube.
That too. But as you can see, it's like way thicker than your standard one. And that's the reason why I can't fit this in that bumper. I had, just to get by, yeah, I guess we could go that direction.
It's about 5 inches.
It's short of 5. It's like 4 3/4.
5 inches for the sake of clearance.
Yeah, 4, 5. We're going to be exact on this. It's going to be 4 5/8.
If we were exact, I would have pulled out my calipers.
Yeah, exactly.
5 inches for easy math.
So I was going to go with a 4-inch sewer tube, and then we were like, we better come in and measure this. So now we can see a 4-inch tube is not going to work. Because I want to make my own. I don't want to spend $100 and some odd online and wait another week and a half for it to come. And it probably won't show up until after we're gone. So it's like,
I mean, this is a good example, though, of where DIYing something could actually be better.
yeah, it kind of looks like we may end up 3D printing some parts for this thing.
Which isn't a bad thing.
Let's go ahead and finish out this whole thing. So that's for putting down into the poo chute at the campground.
Is it see-through so you can see what last night's dinner looked like?
Exactly. That way you can watch the corn and the peas as they pass by.
And you can wonder who has digestive problems.
And that's the reason why we don't trust corn. So, for the Stinky Slinky, it's not supposed to be crushed. It sure looks crushed to me, but oh well.
As long as it's not dripping.
So this is what, the 15-foot hose?
Yeah.
This is the 15-foot hose. I almost got the 20-foot, which I believe is like 2 10-foot sections.
Huh.
So the question is now, what's this going to be once all? Is it going to fit in a tube? That's the question now. Well, the tube we're going to do is almost as wide as the trailer, so we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Except I'm in the slide out.
Oh.
You know what? Yeah, we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
By the time it's crunched up, we might even have room, but I'm thinking,
What you thinking?
if we get a 6, I think they make 6-inch.
Or we could find some 6-inch.
Either PVC, if it's PVC, it's going to be white, I can paint it black. But then if it drops down below too far, that's going to really mess us up. So the thing is, if we go and we put a 6-inch pipe underneath this thing, it's going to be more like 6 1/4 inch? 7, depending on what's above it. We got to, if we mount it underneath the trailer going from frame rail to frame rail, and we will have to 3D print some kind of brackets to hold it up, how far down is it going to stick? Is it going to rub whenever we're driving out of driveways and stuff? The other thing too, though, is what I was thinking is with it being that big of a tube, will...
Oh.
We can fit
The accessories.
into that same tube and not have to have a bucket to put it in.
That'd be nice.
Not have it like this, just have it, because once again,
under 6?
Under 5 inches.
Oh.
So we should be good.
Which would be nice, because then that way you know everything is in one spot, so you don't leave valuable components behind.
Right, and that way I don't have to have a box in here with all these extra parts, because I can just take all this stuff and mount it onto the hose like it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
That'll work. Okay. So let's go outside, let's take a look at it, let's figure out what we're going to do for a mount point.
Okay.
Okay, so here we have the poop chute. Okay, there's going to be all kinds of innuendo in this one. Typically, you'd mount your deal somewhere close to the sewer pipe. So, like here would normally be an option, but we got the valve there, which if we put the pipe there, it's going to be really too close. Over here, we got a sewer pipe hanging down below the frame rails. So you'd have it all the way down here, almost 7 inches below that.
Yeah, and that's not...
If the further back you go, the worse your clearance gets. This is already hanging down low enough, and I've already heard it rub a couple times. And you put plastic back there, it's not going to hold up.
No.
We could probably go in front of the wheels, but then when the slide out's open,
You lose access.
we're going to lose access to it.
Because I don't know anything about, for those who don't understand, and I'm one of them, I'm assuming when you're at a developed campsite, you just run the tube into the drain system that's there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, whenever it's got a sewer hookup, you take and you run your hose to it, you can leave it connected. That's the reason why that extra connection's there, so you can just leave it connected the entire time.
Okay, that makes sense, because if you're not storing it in the tank and then dumping it when you're leaving.
Right.
Got it. Now it makes sense.
Typically, that's what I've been doing at the campgrounds here, but where we're getting ready to go, we'll be there for nearly 2 weeks. They're going to have sewer connections, so I've been there before, and yeah, you just leave the thing connected and you're all good.
See, that's something that I didn't know beforehand, and for those who didn't know, that's good info.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at the back of the trailer. So the question is, can we put it underneath the bumper? Let's see. That's for just giggles, 7 inches. That's sticking down a long way. But technically it's not as low as the other part.
True.
But once again, the further back you are,
The more of a
the more it's going
fulcrum.
to drag, and plastic doesn't hold well against asphalt.
You pull out of here and whoops, there goes your drain thing.
Right.
That would suck.
What do you think, Calvin?
Well, what I was thinking is, obviously we do have to contend with the spare tire here, but we can kind of figure that out space-wise. What about just putting it on the top? You effectively have...
That's 5 1/4.
Well, could you always space the spare tire out a little bit? I mean, it is just a spare tire.
Yeah, we'd have to come up with some kind of a
Mount.
spacer. There's a little bit of room on those threads still, but if we're, let's say 6 1/2.
Could you get longer U-bolts?
Might be able to.
I mean, nothing's perfect, but granted, I mean,
Yeah, we could try that.
I mean, it's worth a shot. It's the nice thing is you have a lot more room vertically than you do underneath, and then you don't have to worry about the underside getting scraped.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say we go with your idea and we put it on top.
Mm-hmm.
How do we? Well, that's again, we're going to be blocking that.
True. Well, what's that over there?
That is your, I believe it's cable TV hookup. Let's just double check and see what it is. Because I am not for sure what it is either.
Which then begs the question: how often do you? If you don't remember what it is, how often do you use it?
Well, that's the thing. I've never used it. Yep. Satellite cable TV.
Okay. Well, I guess the real question is, how often do you think you're going to use that?
Don't know.
Well, I mean,
I kind of doubt I will use it, to be honest with you.
if you haven't used, okay, here's Calvin logic in action.
if you haven't used it yet and you've used this thing multiple times, the odds of you using it in the future, it's not zero, but it's probably pretty slim.
True.
So-
Okay, well, let's throw this out of the equation. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's your thought on, because I was thinking like a loop type setup where it goes over the pipe and we would screw it to the bottom of the frame in order to secure it underneath. How would you suggest we secure it sitting on top of a bumper?
Well, hear me
I
out.
don't want to screw the bumper.
No.
Let me rephrase that. I don't want to screw into the bumper.
Okay, so hear me out. Here's the thing. This is a nice piece of box tubing.
Okay.
What if we just design something that slides over the tubing, and if you need to access the port over there, you can just slide it off?
Okay.
And the nice thing is, here's the advantage of it. It doesn't take much work. You don't have to do any physical damage to this. You don't have to drill any holes, tap any holes, anything like that. If it works, awesome. If it doesn't work, no big deal. The nice thing is if it ends up not working, you can very easily remove it and you're not stuck going, oh wow, that was a terrible idea and now I'm screwed.
So you're thinking 3D print the bracket for it.
3D print the bracket that goes over this.
Okay. So now my question to you.
Yes.
So we go a 7-inch, it's going to be less than 7-inch, but let's say 7-inch pipe.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 11, worst case scenario, 11 and a quarter, maybe 11 and a half for girth. Let's make it a little bit, let's call it 1 foot.
Yeah, for easy math.
What printer do we have that will give us that build volume as far as on the plate? Because we won't print it upright, it'll be laying down.
Good question.
Will the artillery do
Well, the
12
other,
inch?
I think so. And if it can't, here's the other idea I had, is if we printed it as 2 separate halves that you then screwed together.
Okay.
So that way it clamps onto both and you can adjust the tension.
So for added security and everything, can we do like a set screw to
Yeah.
pressure on the bumper and something on the
Yeah.
pipe?
Yeah, we could do that. We could make it so you have a hex nut opening from the inside and just epoxy a nut in there, so that way you're actually screwing into something that's metal.
Okay.
Yeah, this sounds like a good fusion project for me.
Let's think about this, because the first thing I gotta do is I gotta come up with a pipe.
Well,
then
let's
after
get
that-
our hands on a pipe first, and then let's mock it up, and let's go from there.
Okay. Hey guys, so this is editing Jimmy figuring out that we messed up. Turns out we did not get the footage of us bringing the pipe over and trying it out on the trailer. Turned out there was going to be a big mess putting it on top of that bumper, so we decided to go ahead and hang it underneath. We measured, figured out that it was going to be better clearance than we thought we were going to have in the very beginning. Jacked up the front of the trailer, verified it, everything looked good. Calvin came in here, and I kid you not, that guy took and edited or made these files in like 10 minutes on Fusion 360. So I gotta learn Fusion 360, because I mean he knocked it out like that. We did a prototype using blue TPU. I'm going to pop up pictures right now so you can see what it looked like. It was just really rough prints just to see, you know, where we were going to be on as far as fitment and everything. Once we figured out that, first off, it was going to fit. Second off, he proves to me that you can actually stand on it and it's not going to take and bend down and stuff, which was my worry. Once I saw that that was going to work out, we went ahead and we ordered black TPU off of Amazon, and I'll let you watch the rest of the video. Okay, guys, it's been about, what, a week, Calvin?
A week at least.
Between Calvin having a trip and I'm having a work marathon where I didn't get a few days off in between. In between, Calvin did some designing. He came up with these caps. That way it allows airflow through it. So we have one for one side, one for the other. This one right here being for the side that would be where we take the pipe out, the sewer pipe. And these being the brackets. This is the design he came up with. And we're going to go out there and see if it fits. Well, we know it will fit. We actually did a prototype. I wish we had done a video on that, but we didn't have time to. But this is the solution we came up with, and this is all out of TPU. What brand is this one?
This is the Duramic.
Duramic.
I'll have an affiliate link. One of us will have an affiliate link down below. This stuff is actually pretty nice because it prints with, as you can see, more of a matte-ish finish. And it's got some flexibility to it, but if you're running a 0.8 nozzle with 4 perimeters like on these chonky boys right here, it turns out very, very stiff. But
Yeah.
yet it still has enough flexibility that if it gets hit or for installation, so it's a good compromise.
Yeah, but enough talk. Let's go out there. Let's see if this actually fits. And because I got to leave either later on today or first thing in the morning, so hopefully this works in one shot.
And I got to be out of here in an hour and a half at the most to get to work.
Well, let's get this done. Well, let's meet back out the trailer.
Let's do it.
Dude, that looks factory right there. There's clean up that part now. My question is, how's this cap going to fit?
Can you hand me the soapy water?
Yeah, I sure will.
Or wait, actually I got it. Yeah. So if you wanted to, you could always just run a little bit of super glue around the edge.
Yeah.
That's up to you.
I may hit the inside of that with some black paint.
Yeah.
Since it's an open cap that way.
This guy. That one's looser, but it's still got a lot of friction.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm pulling on that thing, so
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's good.
I think it's gonna be fine.
And if you want, you know what I think I'll do is I'll print up a spare one of that end cap.
Yeah.
Get that started before I leave this morning, so you have a spare just in case.
Okay.
So.
Man. Calvin.
Yes.
Dude, that looks sexy. That actually looks way better than I thought it would look. So that was what? The Calvin, thankfully, he started out by doing a base coat on the pipe with a little bit of spray paint the other day. And I came back, sanded it all down, went over it with some, what was it, Rust-Oleum 2K clear?
Yeah.
Or black. I went with 2 cans of that and then mechanic clear over it just to protect it. And
I swear Jimmy did a better job with flipping spray cans than the factory did probably with the spray gun.
I need to come back. Whenever we get back, I gotta redo this the bumper. You can see, even I've washed this unit 2 times. You can already see it starting to rust.
That's just pathetic.
Yeah, so I gotta respray that when I get back.
I mean, heck, there's even rust here on the frame.
But dude, the caps, everything, they
Do
fit
you
good.
have the keys for the travel trailer so we can put the tube inside?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Does the stinky slinky fit? Actually, yes. You know, it's touching the other end. I could probably fit these in there. The paint's still tacky. That's all right. I'll probably put these somewhere else. Well, there it is. Calvin's going to take and reprint that cap there to be the same as this one. We're just going to go ahead and print 2 of these. That way I'll have a little bit more friction fit, just to make sure that the pipe doesn't come out. As you can see, there it is in its home. You can see that that's actually took up that whole pipe. I actually thought there'd be a little bit more room than that, but you know what? Looks good. Calvin, dude, you outdid yourself. That's an amazing design there. And the TPU, I could not believe how that actually printed really good. That was on the artillery X1?
The old X1.
The original version 1 or version 0. But thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And now the question is it going to hold up in the desert and everywhere else we're going to go with it?
I think so. And the one thing that's nice about this design is in the event of an emergency, you can always use zip ties, duct tape, ratchet straps to hold this up to take the load off the TPU. But the reality is that thing, as we all know, I stood on it and it didn't give a crap.
Yeah, I mean, give it a good wiggle. Yeah, that's pretty solid. But with it being TPU, if I do hit something with it, it's going to have a little bit of a give to it.
That was the whole point. So the TPU would give instead of the pipe just shattering or the mounts just ripping off.
Awesome. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
No problem.
And I get packed up and head out.
Sounds like a plan.
I hit up Joe over in Utah.
Oh, jeez.
Everybody knows him as 3D printing professor, so
All I know is
I think he's going to get a kick out of this. If when he sees this, I think he's going to
get
flip.
this phone call from, what the heck did you do with TPU, son? That's not how you're supposed to use it. Well, Joe, you know what? I break all the rules.
Did you just use TPU for a stinky slinky? Okay, sir. Have a good one.
You too.
Guys, take care. I'll catch you in the next one.